Hello, and welcome to something a little different and a little bit the same. If you're new here, I'm the social solipsist, and I have to remember, I had to do a little racking of my brain to remember exactly my previous experience with the Wolfenstein series, because it's been a minute, and I had to reckon with the fact that this game, Wolfenstein the New Blood, or the Old Blood, excuse me, is now 11 years old at time of recording, which is, I mean, if you've been around here for a while, you know that I tend to play games well after their releases in the first place. But in the back of my mind, this was still like a relatively new game, and no, after 11 years it isn't. So anyway, for longtime viewers, you already know I've played Wolfenstein The New Order. Some time ago, I believe I did a 52 and 52 on it at the time. I might not have actually. I might have, maybe I streamed it. I don't remember exactly what I did with it, but that was some time ago. And at the time, I then picked up Wolfenstein: The Old Blood with the intention of playing it soon. But I told myself I would, I was trying to remember exactly what it was. It was some version of, the last game, the New Order ran a little bit rough on my computer at the time at some level. And so this game has been installed on multiple machines now and been transferred across at least 2 computers. So I'm finally getting around to playing it. I quite enjoyed, it's not a flawless game by any means, but I quite enjoyed New Order. And I think, even just in the last year in particular, I've been thinking about this game and the Wolfenstein series in particular a lot, in memory of a time where it was apparently less controversial to think that the only correct thing, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say it because I'm not getting monetization on this channel anyway, that it was the right thing to do to meet Nazis with violence. Apparently that's become a more controversial thing these days, which baffles me. So anyway, we're gonna do some good old shooting, stabbing, and killing of Nazis, or so I hope. And I thought about doing another playthrough of New Order for the channel, and maybe I will after, depending on how much I enjoy this one. And how much like nostalgia and time I want to spend going back to that one. But I think we're gonna go medium. Oh, that just sort of flashed right in my face. Okay.
This war is a
What was that?
disease passed through blood spilled by warriors. I feel the winds from the gathering storm.
William J. Blazkowicz. Current assignment, Operation Wolfstone. Mission brief: steal secret Nazi documents from... That was really quick.
Im Hauptquartier des Führers sprach der Oberkommandierende des Heeres am 15. März 1946 über die jüngsten
So I don't actually know if this is supposed to be before or after the last game.
Dass der Endzug in nur wenigen Jahren zu erreichen sei, sprach dem großen Fortschritt der deutschen Waffentechnologie unter der Führung von General Wilhelm Strasse einen großen Anteil.
I hope you don't mind the weight of the world on your shoulders, Agent Blazkowicz.
I've got pretty solid shoulders, Agent 1.
Well, we're losing the bloody war.
Nobody told me.
HQ's put a tight lid on it.
Hang on. Everything's... I know this... I'm having to contend with the fact that this is not as new a game as I remember, but... Oh, here we go. Advanced options. Oh, here we go. Why are these the defaults? Okay, this is interesting. I should be able to do this. What is virtual texture compression? Save graphics matter, disable for high quality. Okay, well, that should be fine. LOD bias. Wow. I think we'll probably leave the rest of this default for the moment. Till we see how that is. Hopefully I don't have to restart the game for that
General
to...
Death Set is manufacturing unstoppable killing
It doesn't look
machines
dramatically
receiving
better. I
compound.
was seeing the
One of his
jagged edges
lieutenants,
on
Helga von Schaas,
some
was
stuff.
keeping the folder mentioned in your mission briefing at her base
Anyway.
of operations, Castle Wolfenstein. This folder contains the location of Death Set's compound. It'll be our last chance, this, before the Nazis wipe out all that's good in the world.
America would never fold.
All right, here's the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz, Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
Die Papiere bitte.
Here.
Why does that guy look like he's from the
Fahren Sie zum
PS2 era?
Kontrollpunkt nach vorne Und zeigen Sie dort Ihre Papiere.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen. You and me, Blazkowicz. We're a good team. We can do this.
That's the death flag if I've ever heard
You're
one.
German?
Whoops. Hold on.
Frankly, it's atrocious. So no talking. And keep your gun holstered for as long as you can. The papers Kessler prepared for you are in the glove box. There.
All right.
Okay. Let's go.
Helmet.
And remember, stay focused, stay quiet, and follow me, right?
Commandant Franz aus Frankfurt. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Fuck it.
Not his forte, no. All right. Wander around a little bit for a second, stretch my legs. Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen.
Himmels Willen, stramm stehen, Fritz. Herr Jäger kommt gleich. Jawohl, der macht Hundefutter aus dir, wenn er dich so sieht. Was soll ich denn dann deiner Mutter erzählen? Entschuldige, Onkel. Nenn mich nicht so. Entschuldigung.
Oh, it's all nepotism, you say? No way. Couldn't have guessed that shit. Ooh. I need to change one or two other things. Hold on. VSync is adaptive, which should be basically on, but hold on. It doesn't have a clear... Okay. I do want the FOV up.
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
Yeah. That's giving me less of a headache already. Yeah, I think it's just got some effects that aren't really screen tearing, but sort of feel like it. It's fine.
Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
And then they laugh.
So ein komischer Kauz. Die spinnen, die Amis. Hotdog. Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind.
So is this our first boss? Our first boss fight?
Greta, bei Fuß.
Can I go? I guess I can go. All right.
Kommandant Franz, bitte, treten Sie ein.
I'm in. What do I have to sit?
Hot dog.
Reckon I had to say something.
That was Rudy Jaeger, Helga's second in command. I hear he feeds his dogs with prisoners from the castle's dungeon.
There's a lot of aliasing going on for a game that's supposed to have such high quality visual effects. Hold on. Subsurface is fine. Let's turn on SSAO. Keep these off. Ambient occlusion I'll turn on. Depth of field off. No, can't turn it off. That's fun. Don't appreciate that. Oh, it didn't save. Fuck. Did I not save it? Is that why? Okay. And now I'm getting to remember some of the problems with the previous game as well, and how a mouse interfaces with the UI. It's clearly not expecting that to be on. Okay. I do want to turn off haze. Probably the radial blur. If I have to have depth of field, I might as well have the highest quality. It's very weird to have the apply button at the top and not here. That's so strange. But whatever. Doesn't look dramatically better, but it looks slightly clearer. I also, you know, this is old enough that it's expecting to probably be played at 1080p at most.
Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen.
Helga von Schaps. What a nasty piece of work.
Oh, that's a nice audio effect to have him like tinny and distant.
As a key member of the SS Paranormal Division. You know, I had the misfortune of encountering her on a mission to Tanzania. Did I ever tell you about that, Blazkowicz? I was sick with blackwater fever at the time. Possibly the worst day of my life. Not even a heavy diet of whiskey could improve my condition, if you can imagine. Anyway, this castle, Helga owns it. It's her occult research center. Now we need to take down Death's Head or the war will be lost. And Helga is vital in doing this. There's a top secret document folder in Helga's office. It should give us the location of Death's Head's compound. Once we have that, well then, we can launch an assault on his base of operations. Shoot him dead. Turn this failure of a war around and be back just in time for tea.
You know, whenever I play a game like this, even one that's clearly not in our normal reality like this one, it is a little bit like I always immediately get to thinking about like the economics and engineering of something like this. Like, this is an absurd structure,
We'll stay in
of
touch via
course.
radio, leaving the channel open.
But especially because Wolfenstein goes back to like the 80s and 90s. I think the original Wolfenstein is like 87 or something. Oh, I thought he was coming with. Like 87 or 89 or something. You know, back in that was much more tongue-in-cheek than this is. And while this series, this reboot that's been going on since like 2014 or whatever, is definitely not taking itself crazy seriously. Like there's a seriousness to it, but it's still, you know, it's still being cheesy. It's still leaning into the campiness. It is a little absurd to look at a place like this and just like consider the expense and the amount of work required to construct a place like this, you know?
Ich danke Ihnen. Darf ich fragen, ob Sie etwas gefunden haben? Ende.
Es ist schon eine Weile her, seit mich eine Expedition so fasziniert hat. Laut unseren Messungen ist der Boden unter uns hohl. Unter diesen Kirchenruinen muss es eine Art Höhle oder Katakomben geben. Vielversprechend, Karl. Ende.
Richtig. Brauchen Sie sonst noch irgendwas, Obersturmanführer? Ende.
Ja, Karl. Schicken Sie uns noch mehr Nachschub. Wir brauchen Treibstoff für den Laderoboter, weil das Ding im Nu alles geschluckt hat, was wir ihm gefüttert haben. Und ich brauche eine Kiste Wein. Der Wein, den die hier auftischen, ist grauenvoll. Also, mehr Treibstoff für den Laderoboter und für mich. Ja, Karl? Expedition Wolfsburg, Ende.
I love the world building that I love world building of all kinds, as you well know if you're a longtime viewer. But the world building efforts they put into a game like this, which are strictly speaking completely unnecessary. They could just have every one of these guys be just a schmuck goose stepping around, but both adding a level of like individuality and humanity to them, you know, really deepens the experience and the believability of the world in general, as well as like acknowledging the multifaceted nature of like any you know political or military entity or whatever, that, you know, there's part of that that could be looked at the wrong way.
Okay. Inside the elevator.
Of like, oh, they're humans too, which, yeah, they are, but I'm still gonna shoot the shit out of everyone I can see.
There you go now. Sleep tight.
Okay, we're in the game now. But, you know, if anything, the humanity of the individuals is, to me, what adds to the, how do I crouch? Oh, it's on C. Is there something else on... What the? Oh, well. Well, alright. I was talking and thinking and trying to figure out the buttons at the same time. Apparently... Alright. Yeah, whatever, dude. Nerd. Adding some level of depth and complexity to these individual characters ironically makes them less like what we would typically call stormtroopers from like a cinematic sense. Okay. Of course, when we talk about stormtroopers, that we talk about them like literarily, we and in like cinema circles, we tend to be talking more about the version from Star Wars. But of course, the Star Wars ones got their names from these folks. Press F to toggle dual wielding, okay? Alright, we're already pretty well equipped. I don't know if we can hear... I don't hear him at all. Thankfully, it's forgiving at the angle that I can attack them on.
Up on the catwalk, BJ. Don't shoot. It's just me.
Alright, man. Okay, what do we got in here? Lots of stuff.
I'll take a gander up here. Look for a safe. That's where the folder should be.
Okay, Helga. Where do you keep your secrets?
I lost track of what I was saying again.
Now, if I was a safe, where would I hide?
Okay, I gotta finish this thought before I lose it again. Okay, so adding a level, any villain is more compelling if you add some depth to them. And so we talk about like stormtroopers in the cinematic sense. We're often talking about stormtroopers from Star Wars, who are the classic, one of the like classic, possibly the most classic in all of, you know, Hollywood canon, at least, faceless goons who are just there to get shot, right? And they are there for a purpose in their own right from a literary standpoint. But if you want to make, if you want to give a full-fledged picture of a villain and give you a reason to hate them and a reason to have even complex feelings about them, can be more interesting to interpret and ultimately more compelling to be targets of violence in the case of video games, if you understand more about them. So obviously we've been through a bunch of games recently where, well, including like BioShock, which I've been recently playing, where ultimately knowing more about pretty evil people can in some ways make them more nuanced in a way that makes you a little bit forgiving of them, and in other cases, like just seeing the complexity of their facets really makes you hate them even more. And so obviously, like the classic thing with any sort of villainous archetype, especially when it comes to minions, is, oh, but the individuals, they have families and stuff like that, and they're human beings. Well, yes, but ultimately, like, you have to do assessments, as I think we were talking about in BioShock as well. You have to make an assessment of who is making what level, like who's compelled into the society and who's a willing participant in the society, basically, right? And I don't know, that always gets complicated. Overcharge. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. So I don't. This is a standalone game. It is not DLC. So the fact that we haven't had any.
I found the safe, but the bloody folder is gone. It's just not there. I saw a radio down there. Use it to contact Kessler. Tell him we can't find the folder. Make a snappy blast.
Oh, this is the This is one of those thingies. They're like these, I forget what the name of it is. It's like a bronze device that we don't really know what it's for. Some people have speculated it's supposed to be like okay, man. Some people have, I like looking around at this stuff. Some people have speculated it's just like basically a metalworker's like final test or something like that. I think some of them are like on the order of like 4,000 years old or more. Some of them come from like ancient Greece and Rome, but they're in various other locations as well. Just weird artifacts. Listen, man, I'm busy.
There is a radio on your floor. Use it to contact Kessler. We need to figure out a new plan. Hurry up, BJ.
What if I don't? Oh, armor maxed out. Okay. Let me just grab everything from the armory. Any other guns? Okay. I don't recall. Okay. I gotta familiarize myself with the controls since the game is not delivering me the controls.
Pathfinder calling Landseer. Come in, Landseer. Over.
This is Landseer speaking. Over.
Landseer, we can't find Lucy's present. Over.
Pathfinder, I have new information regarding Lucy's present. Rendezvous with me as soon as you can. We will discuss further. Over.
Roger. Pathfinder.
Shit! Bloody hell! Hold him off, Blazkowicz! I'll find us an escape route! Remember, nothing goes left in the world!
I've been playing too many other games that require me to jump around a bunch. Alright, now we're finally getting to it. I hope the volume's okay. Unfortunately, I am recording right now with only a partial setup. So, I'm gonna have to find out later whether I set this all up right. Even though I did my audio testing, you never really know. Oh, hey. Alright, who else is here? Oh. The motion blur is not that bad, actually. I think it's mostly just that, like, mild blur that it's doing when I fire.
How's that exit coming along, Wesley?
Oh, Jesus.
What a bloody cocker, baby, Jay.
And we still have a chance. Kessler knows something.
Well, it's worth bloody note if we don't get out of this place. Look, I found a way out. Come here, I'll help you out. Careful.
We're
Careful.
meeting Kessler in the village tavern.
Roger that.
Here we are. Get up here, quick as you can.
Oh. Well, Helga. They sure did love their occult shit.
Here, use this exit. Let's go, Raskowitz. Use this exit. No turning back now, BJ. Keep moving.
Helga's diary entry number 2, September. Read so much about Wolfburg now, or my eyes will begin to bleed. This damnable, fascinating city. Something important here, I can feel it. Certainly seemed important to my ancestor, King Otto. Concluded so far. King Otto found parchments and fragments the Istanbul encounter. Parchments imparted him powerful knowledge. See notes of Sigbald the Scholar, page 1526. Constructed something in Wolfburg. Used in warfare against the Magyars. War machines helped his claim to the power in the forming of the Holy Roman Empire. However, whatever he constructed seems it was lost in the fire that razed the town to the ground. Most people would stop there, but I have this hunger in me to know more. I blame you, Father, for this. I will keep banging my head into this until it kills me or I break through to the other side. Tonight's wine, a refreshing Rheingau. Rheingau? I assume that's something related to a specific varietal grown on the Rhine. Very good with cheese and sausage. Oh. I thought we were going to the door, but... Oh, that was a far drop. Oh. That hurt. So this does seem to me to be after the last game. But I'm not 100% sure. My memory of the last one was from 6 years ago, so it's hazy. I don't know, man. If you were smart, you'd probably just shoot me, but, you know. I'm glad you don't. Part 1, Rudy Yeager and the Den of Wolves. Chapter 1, Prison.
God damn it, Blaskowitz. You done messed up now.
Did we? I don't know. I think we did okay.
Blaskowitz? Hey, Blaskowitz. You awake in there?
Well, we'll see in a minute.